Rochit Jain, equity technical analyst at Angel Broking, is now joining us. Rochit, the correction today is a buying opportunity.
Well, good afternoon, Pankaj. Pankaj, overall, if we see both the indexes, Nifty and Bank Nifty, they are both trading near their crucial resistance levels. The entire fall in the Nifty, which came from 9,119 to 6,800 odd levels, 61.8% retracement level is placed around this 8,300 level. So I think even May 2015 highs were somewhere around 8,330. So this 8,300, 8,330 range is a crucial resistance for Nifty. And now rather than looking at buying opportunities in Nifty, I think it's good time to book profits on the long position that has been created at low levels. Even in last couple of trading sessions, we have seen that private sector banking names have not done that great, which were the leaders during this up move. So I think some profit booking is due in this market now. Definitely 8,300, 8,330 in the Nifty and 18,000 to 18,200 range in Bank Nifty is the resistance zones where traders should now look to exit from the long positions.
Right. How would you look at SBI and the resistance to fall? That's a name which has really not fallen.
Overall, last two, three trading sessions, PSU banks have done well, and I think some more momentum could be there in PSU banks now. Although the reason that the Bank Nifty might not go significantly higher in spite of PSUs moving up, because they form very less constituent of the entire index. Most of the index has been constituted by private sector banks. So I think specifically speaking out, SBI 216 to 218 range is the resistance, and going ahead I think the stock should test those levels. So if anyone is trading from 2-3 days perspective, then the momentum could be a bit more positive towards 216 to 18 in SBI.
Right. And how should one look forward for SBI? Is it worth buying now or wait for a correction?
See, those who are already into the stock at lower levels, they can hold the stock, but it's not the time to get into the stock now. If from 216 to 18 zone, if the Bank Nifty corrects what we have been saying around 18,000, 18,200 resistance, and definitely it's not that SBI will not correct from those levels. The strong base has been formed around 188 to 190 zone. So in the future, if the Bank Nifty corrects and even SBI corrects up to 188, 190 again, those would ideally be good levels. So again, for short to medium term traders to get into the stock. So right now, don't buy the stock at current levels. Existing holders can hold and book profits around 216 to 218. For traders who want to get into the stock now, wait for a corrective move up to a 190 level to get into the stock.
Right. How would you look at Infosys? It's down 4% today. I mean, after a long time, a big deep cut coming in.
Infosys, I think the stock should correct further up to 1150, 1160. Overall, the stock had formed a wolf wave pattern at higher levels around 1270, which was a reversal pattern. It also coincided with the higher end of the rising channel in which it has been trading since last few months. The rising channel would continue, and hence I'm not expecting any major reversal, but definitely from trading perspective, last two trading session, if you note the volumes in Infosys, then prices have gone down and the volumes are quite higher comparatively. So I think that's a negative sign. Again, the lower end of the range is coming around 1150, 1160. So right now it seems that prices are headed further lower from current levels.
Right. As far as some of the other names are concerned, so HCL Tech, TCS, how are they looking in? I mean, till now, Infosys was doing very well and leading the sector. So will it lead the sector in the fall as well?
I see, Pankaj, when you're speaking that, it's more of a range-bound, it's more of a range-bound stock, Infosys. It's just from the higher end of the range, the stocks are moving again towards the lower end of the range. Maybe at lower end, and again, those would be a buying opportunity. Talking about the other stock, HCL Tech has a major resistance around 775, 780 range. If you recollect, during the month of April, when the results were out, the stock gave a breakdown of that support zone. So technically, when such big supports are breached, they tend to act as resistance whenever price comes to those levels. So HCL Tech, although it might give a trading move because it was quite oversold at lower levels, it might give a trading move up to 770, 780 levels, but ideally again selling pressure would come in over there. So one should definitely not do any kind of bottom fishing in HCL Tech at current levels unless we see again the resumption of the uptrend in entire IT pack or some sort of reversal on higher degree charts in HCL Tech. At lower levels, Infosys definitely, if it comes to the lower end of the range, it would be again be a buying opportunity. Apart from that, TCS also looks good if it corrects a bit more from current levels. The stock has a good support place around 2510, 2520. So HCL Tech, it would be wait for some more correction in IT pack. Then Infosys and TCS, those should be used as a buy on dips opportunity.
Right. Just wanted to point out one name, Kesoram Industries. Let's just pull up that name. It has volumes of 3.5 million shares. It's up 16%. It's probably a stock of the 230 factor. CARE, I think, has upgraded their credit facility. They had sold one of their units to JK Tyre. And just look at it. Just look at the volumes. I think it's closer to the circuit limit as well. 17.5% higher. So 20% is where the circuit limit would be. It's probably looking in on the positive side. Ruchit, if you look at some of the other names in the mid-cap space, so, a lot of mid-cap names have done very well. Any view on Steel Authority of India? Now, it's a name which people used to like earlier. They have forgotten it. It's at 40 rupees. It's up 6.5% right now.
Yes, Pankaj, Steel Authority has underperformed the broader metal sector stocks, other metal sector stocks, which had given a very good rally in last 3-4 months. Now in today's trading session, the volumes are quite high in this stock. The prices are also moved up, which is a positive sign. If we are talking about short-term trading, then 48, 49 is one of the resistance for the stock. I think the stock in next 2-3 trading sessions itself, it should go up to 48, 49. But major resistance for the stock would come around 53 rupees. So if the stock has to resume its uptrend and move higher like other metal sector stocks have moved, then it needs to cross and sustain above 53, 54 levels. So just from short-term trading perspective, if anyone wants to see, then they can take a bet on the long side in the stock for first target of 48 and next target of 53. But if anyone is looking from long-term investment perspective, then one should wait for some crossover of 53, 54 levels.
Right. How would Jet Airways be looking? It's up 3% right now. It's recently done well.
Yeah, Jet Airways has given a positive momentum today, and in fact, we have also recommended to our clients in today's trading session to buy the stock. We are expecting the stock to move higher up to 587 and above 587, even up to 608, 610 in short term. So I think those who want to trade from short term perspective, 2 to 3 days or even 1 week's perspective, and the prices in last few days have corrected. We have a harmonic pattern called ABCD, AB is equal to CD pattern at today's low. So it's a good buying opportunity in Jet Airways. Go long at current levels, keeping stop loss below 540, first target of 585, 586, and second target around 608 rupees.
Right. Any view on Interglobe Aviation, SpiceJet? Do you track these names? They are not part of FNO series.
Well, I don't track that very closely because SpiceJet is not there in NSE and not listed in NSE, and Interglobe does not have much trading history. So I think it's better, liquidity is also there, volumes are also there in Jet Airways. So I would prefer Jet Airways over both those names.
Right. How would you look at ONGC? After a long time, we are seeing levels of 220.
Yeah, Pankaj, this is a very interesting stock which has given a good breakout in today's trading session. Even in the recent past, we saw that 214.15 breakout was there, but the stock didn't sustain above those levels. Now, what has happened recently, last 15-20 trading sessions, if you take, then when the stock has moved up, the volumes are increasing, and when the stock has stayed sideways or corrected marginally, the volumes at that time were not that high. So that's a positive sign and a sign of reversal. On weekly charts also, if you observe, then a falling trend line breakout has been given for the stock, which is quite a positive sign. And I think about 245 is quite possible in the stock for in near term. So those who are doing it from trading perspective, for target of 245, even at current levels, one should look to buy this stock.
Right, 245. That's quite a bit of outperformance if it actually happens. It's been a long while since ONGC outperformed. What is the level above which you would be convinced that 245, 250 is coming?
I think at current levels, it's quite convincing that those levels would be coming because if we see the weekly charts and draw a falling trend line of recent underperformance, which is then the resistance was around 215, 216 levels, which has been crossed today. Now the stock has already underperformed significantly. So what happens generally when such breakout comes, they tend to outperform other stocks because there is a short covering move as well as a fresh long positions get built up in the stock. And this has been one of the stock which has not performed well. It's a large cap name which generally investors would like into the stock once the stock resumes its uptrend. So this breakout would attract new investors as well as short-term traders. Apart from that, if anyone having short positions in the stock, then the short covering would also come into place. Now, all the combination of these three would lead to outperformance in the stock, and that's why I think about 10% up move is quite possible in very short term for this stock.
Right. Ruchit, just stay on with us. We're taking a break, coming back into. Meanwhile, markets absolutely flat. We started the show, markets were down 70 points, and currently it's down about 68 points. Ruchit Jain was still with us. We also welcome in Imtiaz Qureshi this afternoon. Imtiaz, first a view on the market, and then we can go to stocks as well.
Good afternoon, Pankaj. After the 11 days of bull rally, we had seen very good correction today. And correction was due from longer times, what expecting somewhere around 2 or 3 days back, but today we have seen some sort of a correction. One thing very much important, Pankaj, that today we are getting the first lower low closing. And this today's low is almost going to wide off almost last 3 days of bull candle. So this is a very important part need to be understand that now that the rally which has been started at 68.25 went back, halted at 77.15, and right now at 8294 the top is getting formed. So if at all we have tomorrow, if we see the follow up of selling, then definitely there will be a major top around 8300 and downside would open somewhere around 8000 or maybe below 8000.
Right, and if we go till 8000 level, would that be a buying opportunity?
Pankaj, I would definitely see some sort of a derivatives option strategy where 8100 put options and 8000 put options standing with a huge open interest in this entire series. So unless I need to understand what activity happens when the market reaches to around 8100 and 8000. But as of now, clearly indicating that maybe if the market today closes below 8200 and tomorrow we see follow-up of selling, then no doubt 8050 to 8030 would be the level to be watch out. And if at all market halted over there, then the next leg would definitely get open and would see some sort of on a higher side momentum. So maybe as of now 8000 would be the level to watch out. Over there what development comes need to be understand.
Right. Ruchit, would you broadly agree? 8100, that's the level to watch out now on the downside?
Yes, Pankaj, on hourly charts, if we see, then I would be watching first 8150 levels because we have moving average supports coming in around 8150. So from current levels, what we are anticipating that 8300, 8330 is the resistance zone for the Nifty, and in case if it corrects, then it would be crucial for the Nifty whether it again gives a pullback or bounce back from 8150 or not. If 8150 is breached, then I think there won't be any other support till 8000, which was the earlier breakout level.
Right. So Ruchit, any stocks that are particularly looking good? DLF has lost its high beta that it used to have with the market. Is that positive for the stock?
Pankaj, not DLF, but I would like to mention some other couple of names which would move, or where we have already spoken about ONGC, where 8 to 10% upside seems quite possible from current levels. Apart from that, Coal India is one of the stock which is showing a good strength in last few days. The stock gave a breakout of the falling channel, and after a sideways consolidation of last 4-5 trading sessions, again today it has shown a positive momentum. So not only the channel was there, we also had a flag breakout in today's session. I think this should lead the stock higher up to 330, 333 zone. So from short-term trading perspective, Coal India looks positive, ONGC looks positive. Diwan Housing is one other stock which we have recommended to our clients today. The stock, after a long consolidation range, has given a breakout from a falling trend line on the weekly charts, and if the breakout is on the weekly charts, then definitely the up move would be sustained and a good up move could be seen. See, look at the volumes in today's trading session. Whenever there are such high volumes on breakouts, they tend to give a good follow-up momentum. So I think another 6 to 8% at least up move should be seen in Diwan Housing. So ONGC, Coal India and Diwan Housing are the top 3 trading picks which we are recommending to our clients now.
Right. Diwan Housing has given a very good 5% move today. Are some of the other housing finance companies also looking good?
No, other housing finance, the broader trend is positive. If you see LIC Housing and Indiabull Housing Finance, even though the broader trend is positive, I think Diwan Housing would outperform those stocks. just because there is a breakout in this stock and the other stocks have not shown any such positive breakout from their weekly charts. I am not saying that those stocks would fall or not perform well, but I think if you are looking from a short-term trading perspective, then you need to identify where would the outperformance be. I think looking at the volumes, the way volumes have came in this stock today, the outperformance would be there in this stock, and on the higher side, 230, 235 should be the immediate target for this stock now.
Right. Imtiaz, any view as far as Dewan Housing is concerned? It's a name which is up 5% today.
Yes, Pankaj, I was just having a look on the Dewan Housing itself. After a very long span of time, the stock has given us some breakout, and you can say it is a multiple breakout, because from the level of, you can say from the April, May, June, all these 3 times the stock has tested around 210, 211 level. So today, if it maintains about 210, 211 levels, I think so this is going to give a very clear breakout on the stocks, and the difference between the previous tops and bottom would be the target. So I am expecting not much rally, but at least 10 to 12 rupees rally. Another can be stretched about 210.
Right. Just stay on with us, Imtiaz, as well as Ruchit. Markets are just about to close. I'll come back after closing. 8200, that's exactly where we are likely to close, and that means that below 8200 is possible in terms of closing in the next 1 minute or on the adjusted basis. 8199, that's where we are currently on the Nifty, and 279 points down for Sensex. Tata Motors 0.04% higher, really no change. ITC down about 2%, 2.5% rather. Axis Bank 0.5% higher, 542 towards close. ONGC 2% higher. Infosys down about 4%, Tata Power up about 0.5%, NTPC down about 2% or so. Tata Steel 0.5% higher, Idea Cellular down about 0.2%, BHEL down about 0.16%, Sun Pharma down about up about 0.5%. HCL Tech 1% higher, considering Infosys was down 4%, that's a big outperformance. Yes Bank 1039, 1.5% lower. Adani Ports down 0.7%, Power Grid up about 0.3%. Coal India 2% higher, 314. HDFC Limited down about 2%. Lupin down about 0.5%. Bharti Infratel 0.4% lower. Wipro 45 paisa higher. Cipla up about 1.6%. C Entertainment 459. Bharti Airtel down about 0.6%. HUL, one of the big heavyweights, down 2.4%. BPCL was up 1.7%. Kotak Bank down about 0.8%, and GAIL absolutely flat. Aurobindo Pharma towards the end sold off, down about 3.4%, 445 for Aurobindo Pharma. L&T down about 1%. HDFC Bank down 0.2%, Tech Mahindra down about 0.3%, Tata Motors DVR as flat as it could get, and IndusInd Bank up about 0.4%. Asian Paints 1.7% lower. M&M down about 1.3%, TCS down about 1%. That's the closing bell, 73 points lower, and the markets seem to have closed around the 8200 level mark. So we'll have to wait for the adjusted closing to find out whether we are below the 8200 level or above. However, on a provisional basis, we are above that level. Let's look at the top gainers and losers, and let's start with losers. So if you look at losers, the list has changed in the last 1 hour or so. So Infosys was the top loser, continues to be so, was down 4%, 1,186. Let's pull up Infosys. 1,186 down 4%. The second top loser is Aurobindo Pharma, 745, 3%, 3.5% down. Not sure if there is any news flow regarding this name, but that's a name which is on the lower side. Hero MotoCorp 2.8% lower, 3,078 for Hero MotoCorp. Ambuja Cement down about 2.7%, 231. HUL down about 2.4%, 875, and ITC down about 2.5%, 353, 354 for ITC. Bosch Limited 500 rupees down, but it's a 21,000 rupees stock, but still down about 2.5%. Coal India shot up in the end, up about 2.5%. ONGC was up close to 2%, 220. NTPC, BPCL, Reliance are among the other gainers. So let's pull up NTPC first. 2%, 151. BPCL 2%, 998. And Reliance Industries 1.6% higher, 970 odd levels. MMTC did well. Most of the other state enterprise units also did particularly well. Kesoram was the 230 factor name. It's a name which started to go up in the 230 factor, 13% higher. SAIL was another name that did particularly well. Dewan Housing, we spoke about that just before we came to the closing, so that's another name that did well. Let's look at some of the other names like Jet Airways and Interglobe. So there was some news flow regarding capping of prices, which the government has cleared out, and there was some relief over there. So Jet Airways 3% higher. Interglobe also did well, about 1.5% higher. Ruchit Jain as well as Imtiaz are still with us. Ruchit, if we look at the second top loser today, it was Aurobindo Pharma, and most of the selling came in the last half an hour. Any view on that name?
Yeah, amongst the mid-cap names, this stock looks a bit weak to me. If you just observe the daily charts of Aurobindo Pharma, that in spite of the mid-caps doing well in last few days, this stock has formed a lower top. And after forming a lower top, even the certain trend-following indicators such as Super Trend and PSAR are indicating some weakness in the stock. I think the stock would correct now. At least we are expecting up to say 730, 728, which is the next support zone for this stock. So definitely one should not get in the stock. Any buying should not be done over here. The stock has the potential to go up to 728, 730.
Right. Imtiaz, your view would be same on Aurobindo. Can it go down further significantly?
Yes, Pankaj, no doubt. If I see some hourly chart or maybe intraday chart, so there was a selling which has been continuously around 2nd of June, the trend got negative, and from that level, the stocks tend to go in negative zone. One thing very much important that Pankaj, maybe in the at the closing time, maybe a couple of days, we have seen the selling comings at the closing time. So this is an indication that maybe some unwinding is happening. But if I talk about the support level, then I think so 710 is a very crucial level, because from where the rally has started back, and we have seen the stocks going on a higher level. So unless 710 doesn't call off or maybe break on a closing basis, I don't think so there would be any major panic happening. Maybe 20-30 rupees downside from this level can be seen for the Aurobindo Pharma, but major downside would be happen only if the Aurobindo Pharma goes below or maybe give a consecutive close below 710.
How would you look at SKS Microfinance, Imtiaz?
Pankaj, to be very frank, maybe the stocks has shown a very good rally in couple of trading sessions, but as of now the trends are looking very much negative in terms of moving average giving a negative crossover. So first indication has already come in the today's session, where the stock has given a negative close with a higher top and lower closing. So this is an indication that the hesitation has come for the stocks to go further higher. As of now, looking for 669 as a support, and if that breaks 669, then downside would be open till 620 to 610. So base remain negative for the stocks.
Right. How would you look at SKS Microfinance, Ruchit?
Well, Pankaj, we are not generally tracking this SKS Microfinance, but if I observe the weekly or the monthly chart, then the stock had recently given a breakout of its major resistance of 600 levels, and on the longer term charts that was a rounding bottom pattern breakout which was there. So the higher degree charts are indicating the trend to be positive in the stock. Definitely in short term, if the market's correct, then this stock, which has rallied significantly, has become a bit overbought on momentum reading, so some correction could be there, but I won't recommend going short in this stock. Any dips, again, if the stock comes around 600, 625 range, that would again be a buying opportunity in this stock.
Right, Ruchit. Thank you so much for taking out time for us. Hope to see you again quite soon. Imtiaz is still with us. Imtiaz, let's talk about some other names as well. So Axis Bank has done well. It did not fall today as well. Is it showing good strength?